Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. We know Chris Paul is nicknamed the point god. Some say he's the best ever when it comes to running an offense while limiting turnovers. CP3 says, when I step on the court, I don't think that anyone should be able to take the ball from me. I pride myself on making the right decisions, passing and ball handling. Kevin, he remains a wizard.
He's unbelievable. Hall of Famer in every way. Thank you, David. This season is still only just getting underway, but as a player, RJ, how valuable is it to get things started the right way?
It is so valuable because, as coaches say, plays that often start bad end bad, and it's the same thing with seasons. If seasons start bad, there's a higher probability of them ending bad, so you want to get off to a good start. You want to show up ready to go.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Devontae Graham is out there with CJ McCollum, and it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Johnson sets the screen for Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Ayton a screen on Graham. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Paul passes to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Clock at 6. Pass to Ayton. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton.
Wow, even against contact, defense does all they can to stop Paul inside, and he still slips by them.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Valanciunas, good.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender quarter guy.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Bridges a screen on Graham. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Uses the pick so nicely. Paul gets the screen and fires away.
Ingram with it. McCollum outside. Launches it. And it's Ayton with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league.
McCollum, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him out.
Booker dishes to Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Here's Williamson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Ingram against Bridges. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Booker. From the arc. He doesn't hit that one. The Pelicans trail. Williamson, the pass to McCollum. Floats one. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Johnson. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 4. McCollum finds Graham. Here's McCollum. Back to Valanciunas. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Valanciunas has got his second bucket. Ball passes to Ayton. Booker left side. Dishes it to Bridges. Booker against Graham. Bridges for 3.
And great use of length by Ingram. Able to reach out and get his hand on the ball for a block.
Now here's McCollum. He had 15 points last outing. Ingram outside. Shoots over Bridges. And it's Ingram missing. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Warriors. And Booker kicks to Paul. Ayton sets the pick for Paul. Hits the target from 18 feet. And it's 6 points for Chris Paul.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Valanciunas with a screen on Bridges. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Johnson kicks to Paul. And the pass to Ayton. Over Ingram. That shot off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Booker against Graham. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Ayton. And he's able to get it back. They grab their own miss. Graham, the pass to McCollum. Back to Graham. Ingram outside. For the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Paul.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
And the Suns here with a different look. Sharge checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Now here's Hayes. Passes to Alvarado. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today. When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented.
Now here's Hayes. Murphy dishes to Hayes. Driving the lane. Here's Alvarado. And they recover it. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Booker the pass to Craig. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Booker's got 5.
The pure shot mechanics of Booker. It's fun watching him shoot the ball.
Here's Alvarado. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assists.
Suns leading by 4. Craig kicks to Payne. Pass to Booker. Craig sets the screen for Booker. A new 14 for the Suns. Craig, good.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Alvarado passes to Nance. New Orleans moving the ball around for 3. And it's Alvarado missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Booker. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Booker with it. He's guarded by Murphy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. At this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. 4th, the Suns.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively. I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Now here's Jones. For Booker. Jones, no luck.
That's a miss you can live with. He did what he could to get something close to the basket.
Booker the pass to Crowder. Craig sets a screen. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Now here's Booker. 7 points in the game. And the Suns miss again.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Now Murphy. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Jones trying to end the drought. Again, the miss by Jones.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Booker dishes to Sharch. Back to Booker. Sharch with the screen for Booker. Off target from outside.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Alvarado passes to Nance. Jones, no one around him. Again, the miss by Jones.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Al Murphy, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And that replay showed just how forceful. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. First in assists, and he also ranked number 2 in steals. Just great anticipation to go along with that quickness to capitalize.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor. An absolute magician with the basketball. So for New Orleans right now, The forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. Cullum is out there with Devontae Green. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. Poked away. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Here's Ingram. Second chance effort. Unable to get that one. The Suns go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. DA, thank you. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Graham kicks to Williamson. Graham against Booker. Now here's Graham. Defense is right there. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 10-point lead. Booker draws the double. Ball outside. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Pelicans trail by 12. Cullum passes to Valanciunas. There's the dish to Ingram. Back to Valanciunas. Kicks it out to McCollum. To the inside. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Suns leading by 12. From the high post. Paul can't get it to go. And the Pelicans shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. It's McCollum on the wing. He's got 8. Here's Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Ayton.
Wily move by Ingram. Able to come up with the foul and get that shot in the air. And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Back to Ayton. Johnson from outside. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Murphy's checked in. Pelicans trail by 10. Pass to Graham. Up top, Valanciunas. He kicks it to McCollum. That's tipped and taken away by Paul. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A creator indeed. And the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
New Orleans moving it around. Hands a screen on Bridges. Ingram wide open. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And the stroke of Ingram just looks so pure coming off his hand.
Paul dishes to Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Tipped away and stolen by Booker. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Graham gets a wide open look. And the three off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Now the pass to Johnson. Here's Hayton. And the Suns tack on two more.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Booker against Graham. Nance sets a screen for Ingram. Shoots over Bridges. And that one's good. Ingram's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And it's almost unfair for a 6'9" guy like Ingram to handle the rock like that. Just superb at maneuvering through the defense.
Bridges for three. Knocks down the three ball. And the Suns lead by 16.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Nance a screen on Paul. Alvarado passes to Nance. Graham dishes to Nance. Shot clock at 6. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
And the Suns call time. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Jones, and the layup falls.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here's Booker. He's got 14.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left now here in the second. The Suns need to get a shot off. Craig can't get it to go.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Passes it to Hayes. Here's Alvarado. With some arc. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Jones. A minute 20 left here in the second. Booker the pass to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
Well, Devin Booker has really developed his pick-and-roll game, and let me tell you this, playing with CP3, that will help.
Outside, Jones. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. The Suns making a switch here. Lee's check. And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving a very...
Welcome. First up, let's look at the two guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half.
These guys are leading their way offensively. It's hard work doing all that scoring. Wouldn't you agree with that, Shaq?
Not for me, it wasn't. Piece of cake or barbecue chicken, whichever you prefer, or both at the same time. I'm hungry.
Moving on to the first half of our game. DeAndre Ayton certainly impressed out there.
His presence on the defensive end has been something else. Swatting away everything, denying people to the rim, rebounding. That kind of aggression can really drain your opponent's willpower.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. McCollum dishes to Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Valanciunas has got 6.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And Paul over to help. McCollum outside. There's the triple. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. On defense, Phoenix. Here's Graham. Ayton with the block. And he recovers it. 5 on the clock. Graham kicks to McCollum. Over Paul.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter. You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 16-point game. Graham against Booker. Graham, the pass to Valanciunas. Some solid defense from Ayton. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Johnson with a screen on Graham. Elbow shot is on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pelicans trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Ingram. They get the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Booker with no one around, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Williamson, the pass to Graham. Bridges against Ingram. Shoots over Bridges. And it's Ingram missing.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Booker draws the double. Bridges, no one around him. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
McCollum outside. Back to Graham. Valanciunas in the high post. 6 to shoot. McCollum outside. And the Pelicans miss again. Phoenix leading by 19 points. Booker outside. Ball against McCollum. Ayton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 16 points for DeAndre Ayton. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Williamson trying to free himself up. Cans it from downtown.
And there's the steadiness to McCollum's game. He's going to contribute from deep almost every game. It's becoming a given.
Paul kicks to Ayton. Bounce pass from Paul. Bridges passes to Ayton. Ayton a screen on McCollum. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Williamson throws it down.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Here's Booker. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cullen passes to Ingram. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Suns 5th.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Oh, as a defender, Paul can be so frustrating, using his quickness to stay on top of you.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
For 3, Booker nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 20.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
McCollum against Paul. Johnson with the block. Here's Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix. McCollum feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. Booker against Graham. Offline with his 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Paul kicks to Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Goes back up. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 18 points.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum over Paul. McCollum no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Johnson with a screen on Graham. Johnson kicks to Paul. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
You just got to appreciate Paul's shot selection. Knows exactly when he should fire.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. Can they get it? Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And the Suns call time here. And the Suns here with a different look. Sharge checked in for Johnson. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead on the court for the Pelicans. Getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Devontae Graham. Brandon Ingram's out there with Williamson. And it's Murphy in at the force. And Ayton throws it down.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic. Capable of scoring in many different ways.
Here's Williamson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6th block.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. McCollum's checked in for the Pelicans. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Offline with the baseline jumper. Pelicans trail by 17. Williamson outside. And there's the drive. Back to McCollum. Williamson right side. Pass to Graham. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to McCollum. Launches a 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Pass to Johnson. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Ingram against Bridges. It's deflected. And that one's good. Ingram's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Ayton a screen on Graham. Booker the pass to Bridges. Now here's Payne. He is guarded by McCollum. Kept alive. Pelicans trail by 17. Takes it inside. 17-foot shot on the way. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David. McCollum with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And the basket by McCollum.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Paul passes to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. Graham kicks to McCollum. Loads it up for Williamson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Ayton a screen on Graham. The drive by Booker. The pass to Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
Fires from 18. Paul can't get it to go. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And here's McCollum for 3. Connects from three-point range. McCollum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. The drive by Booker. No good on that one. Good D by McCollum. And so it's McCollum with it.
Nice finish.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Ingram outside. Valanciunas with a screen on Bridges. Back to McCollum. Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. Suns leading by 6. Booker left side. Booker draws the double. Johnson kicks to Paul. Ayton a screen on McCollum. Paul with the 3, and it's Williamson with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. Ingram outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. Over Bridges. Rebound by the Suns. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. On the wing, Booker. They could use a bucket and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What a tricky play by Booker, using the pump fake to draw the defender and win the foul.
Free throw good, Booker. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Graham finds McCollum, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Phoenix leading by 8. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. McCollum with the ball. Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. A 3 from McCollum. He can't get it to go.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
We've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Sharch has checked in for Phoenix. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Booker draws the double. Suns moving the ball around. The shot by Sharch, no good. Williamson dishes to Ingram. Feeds to Williamson. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Williamson's got 10 points in just the second half. Suns leading by 8. Now here's Booker. Bridges outside. Sharch in the high post. Booker looking around. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Ingram passes to McCollum. Here's Graham. Valanciunas with a screen on Booker. Here's Graham. He takes it in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Sharch.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. McCollum against Paul. Kicks it to Booker. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Lets it fly. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Charge outside. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
McCollum kicks to Williamson. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Phoenix ball.
Al Paul. Bridges outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Kane, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Pelicans trail by 7. McCollum outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
At the line for 2.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to Murphy. He dishes it to McCollum. Pass to Graham from downtown. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's. Booker inside. Graham defending. The offensive rebound. Here's Ayton, and the layup's good off the glass. Ayton's got 14 points now in the second half.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Cullen passes to Williamson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Williamson on the follow.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Here's Booker. They get it back.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. It's colder than cold, but you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Ayton a screen on Graham. Booker the pass to Ayton. Count it. That's 28 points for DeAndre Ayton.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from a stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
McCollum kicks to Graham. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And how about Valanciunas coming through here? When it's a big possession, giving it to him is a great idea.
Booker dishes to Payne. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
How did he smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And there's the pass to Murphy. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
He drops the first one. That gives them a 4-point cushion.
The pressure is on, but Booker can handle it. He just has to trust himself.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Bridges against Murphy. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Graham from outside. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. McCollum fires from way outside. So the Suns win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.